Hi, I'm Beth. I'm making a really quick video because I have met parents who are working, but they want to take their kids out of public school because of Common Core and homeschool them. And you're not going to have the luxury of spending 6 years to research curriculum before your children start school that I did. So I am going to give you a game plan of one way that you can do it. And that would, number one, it would be a good foundation and something really good for your kids to do. And second, it will buy you time if you want to study. Get into all the options that you have because there are lots of them. I'm going to tell you just briefly about Robinson Curriculum. You can go to robinsoncurriculum.com and watch a video. It's about 2 hours. You have time to do that. It's worth it, you know, but you can't do everything right now. I'm going to tell you what it is and what we do. Now, I don't go to work. I stay home with my kids, but this has been very stress relieving for me, and I can see how it could be done if you're working. The obvious thing that you have to figure out is what to do with your child during the day while you are at work. And if you can arrange that, if you use this curriculum or do what I'm about to tell you, then the person who's staying with the child doesn't necessarily have to be a teacher. You know, just a babysitter. You guys just hold down the fort till I get home. Okay? And then as time goes on, maybe, you know, the babysitter can watch, you know, because it's not a direct teaching type position that that person will need to be in. Okay? So this Robinson curriculum is 3 things: reading, writing, math every day. And you're going for your 4 hours in Tennessee for 180 days a year. Reading, writing, math. Really simplified it for me. Number 1, for the math, I would recommend if your kid is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years old, I would buy Saxon 5.4, first or second edition. There's a lot of books out there that say they're not Common Core lined, but Common Core is just what we're calling it now. It's been in the works for decades, and even some of the older books are starting to move in that direction. So I've had really good success with this first edition. If you can't find a first, I think the second edition will work. As long as it's got the big letters, you know, it's this arithmetic. If it's a solid color design book, that's not it. I strongly recommend first, second edition, and the 5.4. If your kid already knows it, it'll be good review. And it'll do the opposite of what Common Core does. Common Core beats them to a pulp every day because even though it's a simple question and they know the right answer, they say, well, that's right, but we want you to do this too. We want you to do all this other stuff. And they can't ever get the right answer. You know, 2 plus 2. Well, you know, it's kind of 4, but okay. Anyway, this is the opposite. What it is, it's problems that your child can do. And by doing every lesson and every problem just a little bit over a long period of time, you know, it builds up to look at all this work that I've done and the success and the confidence. And when they finished a book, you know, it should be, they do have, you know, confidence. Look what they did. They actually completed something. Okay, so every morning I give my kid 2 pieces of paper, front and back. It's a bunch of squares. The first 3 pages are a bunch of squares. And in each square, he does the problems from his math book. I send him into this dining room by himself. He reads the lesson by himself. It's a really short new lesson. And then he works every problem for that lesson. And when he's done, he turns in his pencil and he gets his red pen and I give him the answer key. And he checks it himself. If he misses it, he has to correct it. Okay, I know the math, I can help him, but I don't. If he has a question, he doesn't have any questions anymore. But in the beginning, you know, Mom, help, I can't do this. You know, honey, you got a good book now. You go figure it out. And eventually, you know, he did. And so now he's learned, he's only 7.5 and he's learned, I've got a good book. I can go figure the answer out myself. I don't have to ask Mom everything. And he can figure things out. And it's great. As I mentioned, you can search for this used on the internet. They're cheap. I bought his whole 12 years worth of books up through calculus and advanced math for, I'm thinking $100, maybe. It's definitely less than $150. You need the book and the answer key. And the answer key might be called Homeschool Packet or Home Study Packet. Sorry to make that confusing. Book and answers. And he does the lesson by himself, and I don't help him. Okay, and after he's done with that, on the back, on that 4th page, I have some lines. And he just, you know, he's 7.5, so I have him do some copy work. He just writes out of the Bible. I mark punctuation, grammar, spelling, and he corrects it, and that's it. He's done math and writing. And then I bought Robinson Curriculum, and it's about $200, and you get a pack of CDs, and it's books. You have to print them out, or I suppose you could use an e-reader. But print them out, and I bind these at home and just glue them together. It's not hard. It's a lot of toner. You might not want to make the investment, but anyway, use your e-reader, and they've got it just the same. It's a lot of books. And the thing about this book list is you can also find books free, Project Gutenberg, or search the internet for that, and they're out of copyright, so they're free, and they were written a long time ago, which means when they wrote books for kids a long time ago, they wrote stories that taught character and being hardworking and having integrity and being honest and all these great things. And so the children read these stories, and that's what they learn. You don't need Magic Treehouse. And they love the books. And if they don't, find a different author. And every author wrote 30 books or so. I'm exaggerating, but you get the point. You can find a series that the kid likes. And when they really start reading, man, that's when you see them start to learn, because they're excited about it, and they'll go do it on their own. And you don't have to go, oh, go do your homework, go do your homework. You can, oh, he's reading again. Don't interrupt. Just let him go. It counts towards your hours. Okay, so there you have it. Reading, writing, math. Did I get this in 5 minutes? No. 6. Sorry. But I think I got everything. I'm proud of you for taking charge of your children's education. Go for it. God bless you.